Her previous test finish was 4th in St. Pete in 2011. Simona, talk about today's race, a strong weekend starting with qualifying today.
Yeah, I think we rolled off actually kind of okay, I think, and we haven't done that before on a doubleheader, so that was really nice to see. And you know, I think whatever we learned in Baltimore really kind of helped us here, and we had a lot of momentum coming into the race. And yeah, I think we made our lives a little bit easier by qualifying higher up and qualifying 5th. And the race, you know, I think it was really tough, but you know, I passed Pagenaud for 3rd, and we looked pretty good. And then the first yellow didn't go really our way, and I think we ended up in 7th. But then, you know, kind of kept my head in it, and kind of managed the car a little bit. You know, with the brakes, I think is a big issue a little bit for everybody, and I think that was really important to kind of stay on top of the car, and when we have a little bit of time to cool them and things like that, to try to do that. And towards the end, you know, during the last yellow, things kind of planned out, and we came out in 2nd, and then I tried to keep up with Dixie. Didn't quite have his pace, but I think we were pretty good on cold tires actually, and then I could pull a little bit of a gap from Justin, and then kind of work from there. So just really happy, you know, to be here. You know, we've been waiting for a long time for this podium, and you know, everybody, all my sponsors that have been supporting me for all these years. You know, it's really cool that we can be together and celebrate this.
We'll continue with questions for Justin and Simona.
This question is for Simona. Over the last 3 weeks, you've had some pretty good drives. From what I'm looking at, you're 22nd and 9th at Sonoma, 17th and 5th at Baltimore, now 2nd here at Houston. That uptick in performance, how much of that comes down to, I guess for lack of a better phrase, maybe settling in with KB and everybody on the team, kind of figuring out like what you prefer as far as your car setup is concerned?
Yeah, I think, you know, when I look at the season, I think we started off really well with the 78 car, and then in the middle we kind of hit kind of a slump. And lately, you know, I think the biggest key we did is kind of we just focused on what I needed in the race car. Me and my engineer, you know, we really sat down and really kind of tried to get what I wanted in a race car, and the results have been coming. So that's really nice to, you know, kind of have put our heads into it and just kind of do it a little bit our way, and that the results are coming. I think it's great.
If we could follow up on that, this comes at a good time for you because you got to negotiate a contract or pick a team for next year. How important is that in this?
Well, it's huge because yeah, like you said, this was only a 1-year deal, and you know, I felt like going into this year, you know, things would go much smoother, but it kind of didn't really until now. You know, things have been going really well. So you know, pressure was there for sure to get this done. But you know, I'm really happy that it's actually coming together now, and we've had a lot of momentum since the last 3 races. So I think that's really cool, and I think it just shows, you know, that we can be up there and fight in the front.
How much did the tyres vary? Because in the middle stint, you kind of struggled to drop back. Was that simply down to tyre compound, or you know, how much tyre pressure you had, or whatever?
Yeah, we put the reds on in the middle, and a little bit like what Justin was saying. I think because the track is so bumpy, I think the car is kind of a little bit more out of control. I felt on the blacks, it was like the balance was much better, and I could be much more consistent with the car, and I think that was the biggest thing. Now, you know, we'll have to see into what we can do for that tomorrow, but I kind of like the blacks more. You know, even right away on cold tires, it felt grippier, so I really like that.
It seems that, you know, very bumpy track, very hot, very taxing on the drivers. Probably your body's a little beat up. How are you going to go into the race tomorrow? How do you feel, you know, to do another 9-lap race?
Yeah, I think I think it was really tough because like I tried to drink like half the time during the race and I couldn't because it's so bumpy and like my hands are all over the wheel. But I think it's for everybody. It's the same, and I think we train enough to be ready for this. But for sure, I think double headers are really taxing, and especially on a track like this where you really can't relax and mentally, if you kind of stop focusing, you can end up in the wall really quickly. So I think tomorrow is going to be interesting, but right now I think the biggest thing tonight is kind of really close this chapter and everything starts again tomorrow. So looking into qualifying and then see how the race goes.
We'll take our last question.
As you kind of alluded to, not much time to kind of look back on this podium finish, but still it's a pretty big accomplishment. Can you just talk a little bit about that and where it stands as far as like the other accomplishments that you've had in your career?
Well, yeah, I think I've been all the junior series I've been in. I've been able to win races, and that's how I kind of earned my way into IndyCars. And I think the last 3 years we've been fast, but it seemed like we never really could get it together, or we had a bad pit stop or something didn't go our way. And I think I've learned a lot how to manage a race now, and I think that's really important. I feel like everything is kind of really starting to come together, and hopefully we can be as successful as I used to be in Atlantics or Formula BMW here in IndyCars.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Justin, Simona, thank you so much for your time and congratulations on the podium.